Greetings, this is Kijin and welcome back to turn 13 as Karaz-a-Karak. Let's see, so Chasm of Strange Lights, that's +1 Earth Gem, +1 Glamour Gem, so very nice find. Unfortunately, nothing else there. The Pretender Guts are awakening, so I wish I didn't move my captain, the Ranger captain of the Kara, to see if his god was dormant already, but oh well. I'll learn that's enough. A couple battles. So here, pretty straightforward. There's just a bunch of garbage, so chop chop chop. Nice. We got a couple hits on archers too. Here's the ping actually. So this is the front and right that we will be taking hopefully soon. So we got some lore masters and sages. Really nothing difficult. This one is. I mean, can he do something nasty? Not really. Air, I guess at worst case, air summons some air elementals, but that hardly matters. We have magic damage. Air elementals are massively nerfed in Dominion 6 as well compared to Dominion 5 because of the ethereal trampling dealing less damage, and of course them just being weaker overall as well. Here we ping the other from. And we have actually a bunch of veiled enchantresses, 3 to be exact, and a single what's the name of the guy? Yeah, Deer Tribe. So these are actually somewhat unpleasant. The actual army is weak, very weak, but so these can get out a bunch of air metal as well. That shouldn't be an issue. And the glamour though, the glamour can spam like crap ton of the phantasm warriors. I'm really not sure what they might cast, so I'm a little bit worried about moving on top of them, but we'll do it anyways. And finally here we take on the barbarians. So that's how the positioning ended at the end. Huh? And I'm not sure. Hold on. He did just cast it. Where did he cast it? I'm okay. I need to see that again. I'm pretty sure I just saw it missed. I actually haven't paid attention the first time I saw it. Oh, he cast it on himself. That's okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm just blind. Right. It shows on him because he actually has a missile attack. Okay, cool. So, quite a few barbarians. Militia doing the design job. Okay, so looking at that, I'm very happy that I did bring crossbows because that's actually quite a lot trickling past me. So. Well, it's highly unlikely they would have killed like Clunking with. I mean, he only has 17 defense. He's not experienced yet. But that was a good safety precaution. They got decent kills as well. 17 kills, 6 on longbows, so pretty good. We did lose the 1 crossbow though, unfortunately. But the province is pretty great. We're gonna take a look at it in a second. And oh, 7 nature, 6 fire, astral. At least events are pretty nice. Like, they're not crazy, but they are positive, and that's what matters. And unfortunately, we've got Valor on the priestess. I would have loved Valor on a king, but like the hero traits I'm getting are complete ass compared to my opponents. So yeah, this province is pretty amazing. 25,000 population, 0.4 growth still. Even if we get our depth there, it's still growing slowly. But yeah, we're gonna bump it to 10 PD just so. Actually, yeah, 15 is for catching, but yeah, just so the unrest is going down steadily. At least not growing. 27 here. I think it's the same as last turn actually. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna patrol 1 turn here to just bring it down a little bit. We'll see how much we're gonna bring it down actually. Side searching, and yeah, we're moving back the hiking and prophet cutting a little bit more. Yeah, this should be fine actually. I'm cutting him here because I want to keep the Dominion present in these two still. But yeah, after that we should be able to move 2 here and here, so pretty decent pace to get here. And yeah, I'll recruit Lord next turn. Well, I start, so in 2 turns he should pop out. Oh no, sorry, right, with the Taint, what I'm actually gonna do is run here, and if we take a look at the movement costs, so from here is 14, 16, and it's gonna be 16 here too, so he can make it there pretty quickly. Right, so I'm gonna YOLO. This is really not many units. Probably a horrible idea. I mean, why not though? Shouldn't be too bad. All right. Oh, we're gonna keep the captain here because yeah, this one, by the way, knights and illusions. No wonder he lost and haven't taken yet. We're gonna take him a second, and I want to see what does he tackle it with. Yeah, this should be interesting. I think we'll be fine. We shouldn't trigger like any crazy gem usage, I hope. The main thing I'm worried is about like thunder strikes, but maybe that's not gonna happen. Let's give it a go. Right, so yeah, that's where the chasm happened, and oh, we're moving here like this, so guard, run guard in front, warriors in the back, these guys holding their position. I want to also clarify one thing, or rather clarify, correct my mistake. I was saying about prospectors giving resources to these provinces so I can recruit better. I kind of forgot, I just recalled it after I mentioned that last time, that it only works for the forts, so it doesn't affect actually unfortunate provinces, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, I'm sending those 3 into my capital in that case. It's not the best gold use probably, and you know, it's also a little bit of upkeep, but hey, maybe getting that 1 extra unit basically will amount to something. So yeah, let's do that. But yeah, this should be easy. Even despite a few numbers. But yeah, we're mass producing the rune bearers right now of those provinces. 1 being sent here. I want him to check out this area, and the other 2 are running towards Nehekhara. I want to spread them around. I think after this round of rune bearers, I'll focus on getting more miners. I do want, I think 10 miners, because rune bearers can lead up to 10 guys. 10 of them should be enough to take on 6 PD, but I need, you know, they'll be able to also scout what PD Nehekhara does have pretty well, I hope. So in any other news, I don't think I've heard anything other than what I said last time about ongoing wars already. So I think Middenheim with orcs and Khorne with Bretonnia, and Bretonnia being in a ridiculous position. But yeah, other than that, still recruiting everything. Every province is recruiting more crossbows. Oh, and I think I did a little bit of a shuffling with research. We take a look. Yeah, so I'm going conjuration first. I might have not mentioned that, and after that construction. And then I probably will try to get to alteration 5 actually. First, one of the reasons is transmit fire. It might be necessary to get the forts up at all. But the other, of course, iron skin or group stone skin, depending what I pick, depending on the fight, I guess. But yeah, this should be okay. It can also give me access to most of the earth, which is an amazing spell, actually. That's a huge spell. Even though the earth grip effect kind of sucks, the damage is still exceptional. So that's that. And let's see. I swear, I think I'm forgetting about something. Oh, I wanted to say that the Griffin Riders, yeah, they cost 120 gold. I kind of forgot how expensive they are, and shit ton of recruitment points. And also because this province is Waste Mountains, it's actually dying really quickly. So it might not be feasible to actually get fort here. Probably forting this one is better, or just getting a fort on top of Khorne, of course, is also a good idea. But yeah, this will be a nice resource pooling point, basically. For the, I might even double fort in that case. You know, they'll pull from each other a little bit, but should be okay with this around. And for the needs of recruitment I would have, it's gonna be fine. But yeah, I'm hoping that Nehekhara is building a fort here that I can basically yoink when I attack him. Again, assuming that I do decide to go after him at the end, but... yeah, that should be it for this turn, and I'll talk to you next one. Bye-bye. Welcome back. Let's see how did the front battle go. Pretty exciting. Let's see what the mages cast. So Mistform first. That's great, wasting time, wasting fatigue, as far as I'm concerned. Illusory Army, that's what I'm worried about, so that's one cast. And that's gonna be 2 more. So, Illusory Army, Illusory Army. So pretty unpleasant. Oh, also, I thought this is just some regular Tuatha. No, it's Sleeper. They're pretty badass, actually. Very good stat. Hit point strength. He does have Enchanted Spear. I'd like to get it. But yeah, also Javelin Flight. So this is probably the scariest thing besides mages. This can definitely punch through my Rune Guard. So hopefully it's not gonna go too well. Helmet of like very cool gear. I don't think I ever seen anyone use sleepers. I don't quite recall what spells brings them up. It might be Glamour, right? But I just haven't quite seen them. But also Sick Leadership. With Inspirational, like, wow, they are pretty amazing commanders. I should definitely pay attention to getting them. Assuming they can be summoned, right? Just don't quite remember what spell does it. Anyways, Archers firing on the Rune Guard. Let's speed up a little bit. So that's exactly the reason why I didn't want King to run together with the main force. He had higher likelihood of getting wonked by the ranged firepower than the guys with the shields. Here, and at least he's catching the pass-through Phantasm Warriors. So here we broke the deer guys really quickly, obviously. Fear probably helping a little bit with that. And yeah, we're chewing through the Phantasm Warriors. We did see a couple big hits, there's like 9 false damage. Oh, here comes the first Elemental, instantly vaporizes. Pretty happy about it. Same would have happened hopefully if he jumped on here. There's no guarantee that he would go to the front line. So I'm happy about my decision to do what I did. Here the other one's coming in. Boop, goes down, nice. So that went flawlessly. No losses. Just some damage. Let's see what caused the most damage. 12 points of damage, exactly. Javelin Flight. So besides Javelin Flight, there are a couple big rolls of false damage, and yeah, we're unable to heal it, at least until the Glamour Manipulators die. So with the death of this guy, we can see that we start regenerating the false damage. So that was flawless fight, except it was not because it was patch day. I would love to know what happened. I'm guessing it had to be high roll from the Javelin that killed my Rune Guard, or high roll from one of the Phantasm, right? Because if they high roll the attack to land the hit, if they high roll to get through magic resistance, then it's that much easier to high roll, might as well, with the armor negating damage to just one tap Rune Guard. So unfortunately, that's the first actual death in combat. And one of the priestess from Knight of the Damned. I'm happy that she picked it up, not clanking. I wouldn't want it on the clanking. It's not a bad weapon at all. It's armor piercing. Actually, let's take a really quick and we'll know what the throne it is. It's Throne of Knowledge. I'm okay with it. It's not amazing. I'd rather have one with the Genuine Income or Dominion effect or Bless effect. But for the later in the game, it's gonna be very useful. Like both as a way to get... actually, hold on. Before I say any nonsense. Do we just not have... oh god. Oh no, yeah, that's what I kind of thought about yesterday. So Sombre's approach to dwarves is far more brutal than I thought. Man, it's not that my mages cannot cast Communion, Master and Slave. I literally just don't have it in my book. Oh, I kind of forgot that this how... well, forgot. I didn't realize this is how it can work. I just now literally thought about it as I'm recording it. And had a thought yesterday evening. Oh god, this is awful. This is so bad. Basically, Astral Mages, even as neutrals, are so much worse. I cannot put them in Communions. Everything will have to be Matrixes. I don't like that. I think this is way too fucking harsh. I don't see a reason. Okay, sure, dwarves can't use Communion, but why the fuck I cannot use Communions as when I find Astral Foreign Mages? That's ridiculous. So that's brutal, but yeah, Sages at least they can paint body material. Of course, the researching will be much worse in my Dominion. Lore Masters can fish for some very interesting cross paths for item crafting or for casting spells if I could fucking put them in Communion easily, but this is gonna be rather nasty to utilize them. They're so fragile as well, so I don't know if maybe I'll think about recruiting couple much later in the game. It's okay, it's a throne. And yeah, Knight of the Damned, it's cursed, but it causes curse. Armor piercing, doesn't have defense, which kind of makes her worse in melee compared to free defense, but it can be surprisingly killy if someone gets on top of her, so that's okay. In Ulm, so that was Becredes, right? I kinda spoiled the fight, but it was just to be expected. Let's just go through it real quickly. It's mostly rocks. And oh, right, the Great Clubs guys, so they can spawn as indie guards. I feel justified of not getting on top of this province earlier in that case, because the regular warriors probably would have died. Like, we see that Hammers actually took a whopping from those Great Clubs. So probably the worst would have happened to Clans Wars. As it is, of course, the Rune Guard and Hammers were able to quick them quickly enough to break them. My expansion party probably wouldn't be able to. It would be a close call. I don't think I would have been able to expand here with my army earlier, so it's unfortunate, of course, because it's a really good province. It would have been hundreds of gold more, but it's okay. And here we can see that Nehekhara retakes the province, so let's see how it's gonna go. We do see his blessed now in a full might. Pretty wild. Stacking undead region with reconstruction. It does in fact stack, they're both inanimate and undead. So it's not a big deal for Guardians of Thra, but if he does Chant of Undying, that also gives 10% true regen. His Tomb Kings will be regenerating for 25%, that's pretty sick. Reconstruction also pretty nice on Hierophants. But while pretty spicy, I'm not convinced about this bless. He lacks killiness, he lacks any other defensive means in forms of resistances or just not getting hit. So, wow. That went incredibly well for Nehekhara. He did get little... he both played it well and got lucky, basically. So at this point he killed the commander, both commanders, so knights are routing. He also very nicely killed militia really quickly with the chariot, and the chariot jumped on the back of knights, just slaughtering them while they're busy on his front line. So a little bit of luck that commander was here instead of like on the outer edge, but still well played. Look at that, 25 kills on chariots, 34 knights. If not for the chariots, if not for killing the commander, he definitely would have lost quite a bit more. So yeah, a respectable, very respectable fight. That's exactly why we're so worried about chariots. Their damage output is obscene against everything, especially if you have armored troops. You rely on that armor, the trampling is just gross. And we are so densely packed too with the formation fighter. It's terrifying, but based on what we see, I still think Nehekhara should be our kill, and kill quickly. So after we're done with front, we're marching turns. So we probably should be able to attack in like 5 to 6 turns. I think it's a good pace. Hallelujah. First site found. Turn 14. I don't know what the fuck is that. This is so bad. I mean, I'm happy that at least it's not bugged, okay? It's not bugged, guys. But as a reminder, the sites should spawn in mountains or cave provinces that have my dominion. That's why I rushed caves with my prophet to get dominion here. That's why I got these two. They had my dominion for forever, and I guess my luck is just horrible. When I played Dominion's 5 Dwarfs, fucked on. I literally have hundreds of hours just on Dwarfs in Dominion's 5. When I playtested them in Dominion 6, because I didn't really play a real game so far. By now, I have probably like 4 to 5 sites with 1 or 2 moved already. So this is kind of awful, but at least it's not bugged, okay? So a couple things I was considering as well is, you saw me get construction in a log. The reason for construction is I was thinking about grabbing Black Steel Plate, and the purpose of that was to give it to the Rune Lord, so it increases his map move to 16, and that would allow him to go to this province in one go. But because this is Throne of Knowledge, I'm in absolutely no rush of claiming it, since I cannot utilize it. That's why I'm gonna change my Prophet and actually go with Prophet to Andoria. And Rune Lord can chill and just research in that case. I would still be hoping for... And the Prophet will then claim Vongar on his own a bit later. Actually, what's your map move? It's also map of penalty for... What's the costs? So it's gonna be like that. It would be 18. I genuinely might still consider making that plate. So I give the plate to the Prophet so he can get... It's decision to make in a next turn actually. So I'll think about it till then. But yeah, let's go for this province. With this group 1, I'm thinking this might be unfortunately Front of the Moon, which is another not great front for us. But maybe it just has growth. And I mean, the drain here is as well, so... Might be from sides, I don't know. But it wouldn't be awful, but I'm so much rather would get like Throne of Gaia. God, Throne of Gaia would be so much better with the nature and +2 growth instead of... mainly, Artificer would be okay. I'm not as thrilled about Construction 20 because I can get Construction 10 discount in my capital. Although considering the pace I'm getting sites with, it's gonna be probably like turn 50 before that happens. Throne of Air would be best, but Ballin claims he has it. Throne of Fire would be phenomenal. I probably love Throne of Fire the most. God, how hilly my my Rune Guard would be. These guys are unvetted, but let's see some vetted. Yeah, the vetted guys would have 20 attacks, so good luck dodging me. The damage will be still lacking a little bit, but Strength of Giants can fix it, of course. So what else are we... Oh, right, a couple other events. So that's that. Aula getting really bad event, so cutting our income more than in half with that. That's why I'm keeping the miner here to patrol instead of moving him to capital. Iprishtia getting +3 misfortune, that's also quite bad. I will hope nothing will happen to this province before it goes down. I also need to patrol it out now. Umbra, +96 gold. Massive low roll with the ancient treasure. It could have been a couple hundred gold. It's something. At least it's not bad events like these, right? I'm hoping for those. Couple of friction skirt. And right here, I thought I checked last turn that if there were a cripple rune guard, and I completely must have missed it because yeah, it's 19. I'm pretty sure I had 20 fighting, right? So a huge mistake on my part. I wasn't supposed to be losing that rune guard. I would have sent priestess there and heal him, but I don't know. I thought he was limp. We did move 2 provinces, and moving 2 provinces makes the chance of dying from cripple really hard. But I don't think I can jump to limp and then get crippled and then die. I must have seen poorly. I thought I had limp, not cripple. I should recheck my recording and maybe I'll address next turn. Because if he was in fact limp and not crippled and he died, that's something I didn't know can happen. I didn't know I can jump the stage and then die by moving two provinces, so... Right, we're just continuing the recruitment as per usual. Crossbows in neutral provinces, and in caves, more miners. Couple, yeah, patrol here too. I don't think I mentioned that, just to get that income a little bit higher. Well, actually, let's see, what's the growth in cave forest? It's 0.2 because of the forest. Cool. So even with my death, it wouldn't be dying. Rats, by the way, I think the fort was built here last turn, kinda annoying, and Tzeentch got a temple here, also pretty annoying, but if we get those two thrones, he's actually gonna feel a lot of dominant pressure, so that's actually kinda good that he's getting temples up. He also needs them for secrets, so yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, please give me sites, I really need them, and especially my national ones too. In a couple turns, we should be seeing another front fight. And yeah, I'll talk to you next turn. Bye-bye. Welcome back. So, no battles this turn, except apparently we got attacked by indies. So let's take a look at that very quickly. It's a very unpleasant attack, actually. It's a angry wolf tribe shaman with Lycanthropos amulet. And bunch of werewolves, so this is serious stuff. But fortunately, we just moved here with our commander. Well, fortunately, not fortunately, as we're gonna see, it wasn't as great of a fight as I would like to have. Werewolves came in contact, and before they routed, they scored a couple kills. So we lost 8 clans dwarf crossbows. 160 gold lost for the province, that's 85. So probably it's fine, right? It's fine, we didn't lose the PD there, we didn't lose gems, we didn't lose income, so I guess it's okay. Basically kind of even with income as well, so that's cool. For the other things, so we're climbing up Conjuration, Slan, so... oh, 5th generation. 5th generation is the recruitable one. But yeah, Lizardman claiming the Throne of Life, that's a nice throne to have. Fairy, we found Fairy in here, so that's pretty cool side. That's first death gem, yeah, that's first death gem. Might come in handy eventually. Nothing here, nothing here. A little bit of unrest underground. Okay, I don't know what wolves are doing there. And we have found Gromley reserves. Nice, so finally some things are showing up. I'm still annoyed it's so fucking late, but that Gromley, for that reason I'm bumping PD here to 15. I'm also moving King back. The Priestess is going longer way. I want her to squeeze out that little bit extra research before I move on Nehekhara. And we just moved the gold after 1 turn only, so that's pretty nice as well. So now we have plus 60 income in cap. Cool. And that's the event saying that it happened. Thanks to Throne Life Games got younger. Cool. Oh, by the way, Commander picked up Lycanthropos amulet. So if he lives on for long enough, he'll become werewolf. That I think should stay under my control. So that's pretty cool. I'll have werewolf. That's berserk, but still something. Crossbow's patron here doing pretty damn good job, killing 105 brigands, so basically almost completely removing all the unrest here, I believe. Yeah, it was 50, it's 9 now. I'm gonna patrol 1 more turn, and probably gonna move them to Prisha and patrol here. And yeah, meanwhile, the commander with those crossbows is gonna come to Ivermark and patrol there as well. So, moving towards the front, spreading out scouts to see more stuff, and here I'm making small change to what I was playing. I think I'm actually gonna use prospectors to raid, and the reason for that is I think I do want to have a little bit extra than just 10 troops, maybe like 16, 15 miners maybe. So yeah, this should be basically 30 miners that I want to bring out for 2 parties, and here I'm completely abandoning hammers for now for the rangers. to grow their number more rapidly. That should be quite nice. Other than that, we see that orcs are pushing on Middenheim, but I don't think they're gonna do well in the long run. We'll see. Middenheim can do pretty good PD dump, I think. Sombre, I talked with Sombre for a bit, and he should have good financial situation to do a big PD dump. And together with his heavy cav, he can do well. I wish I could move my scouter if the battle was to happen capital, but no luck. But going on Nehekhara here, so hopefully we're gonna find a scout. We'll find the scout. Find the god that Nehekhara has, and here, yeah, we see that Dark Elves actually went underground, so feels bad for Tzeentch that they're yonking some of their provinces that we talked about, well, them having basically, right, when we split the caves in half, but, well, not my problem. And yeah, the horse tribe just gonna do a circle here around to pick up more crossbows. Actually, let's just do that very quickly, what I remember. And let's split you in halves, so you're slightly more effective if something was to happen. Cool. Probably I should do the same here, actually. Hold on fire, hold on fire. And in case of him, I'm gonna keep him in the back because he's gonna run forward due to berserking, right? So yeah, hoping for some more good site searching and events, please. And yeah, I'll talk to you next turn. Bye. Welcome back. We had an event happen in Umbra, which is a result of wolves howling last turn. By the way, more wolves howling in glowing caverns and in Ulm. I guess this is meant to be happening in caves. So here we get attacked by a bunch of dogs and black dogs. Black dogs are actually pretty respectable. 17 damage, good attack, above average hit points. Of course, no protection really. But dogs, kinda shit. Chaff, but clearly enough to even damage the Thane with some ridiculous high roll of 22 damage. But other than that, they quickly break. And yeah, that's that. Jeremy Runesmith finding Enchanted Pyra here, so that's awesome. That's another one fire gem. And the worldwide heat, so pushes us slightly too far, but because we are hit 1 base, it's not as bad as it could have been if we went like hit 3, right? That would go to hit 4. Actually hit 5 even. That would push to hit 5 potentially. Because we're at the peak of summer, so it will be hit 4 and an extra one. And yeah, so what are we doing here? Site searching, we have added a little bit extra PD because of the wolves howling, and we are doing Gift of Giant Strength. I think this should be plenty together with Bakridis, getting pretty nice sticks and stones that will actually be quite effective against the dogs, but yeah, this should be really fine. And after he blesses himself, he'll be another high defense, quite durable dwarf holding the morale. We are moving with the miner here already. Just doing some funky transportation of troops. Oh, we are leaving warriors here because it was other province with howling, so you know, just in case attack happens here. Besides, Bakridis ought to have a couple extra warriors there. And yeah, we're slowly moving miners towards the Nehekhara. The ranger with first group of 15 rangers also moving out. His goal is to take the farmland in here eventually. The timing should be pretty good after us taking the throne. Together with me now focusing purely on rangers instead of hammers, just to get enough of them in time. We are attacking the throne, the same formation already shown. There should be anything fancy going on. I do want hammers to be more in the back so they don't really participate. I want more XP for Rune Guard, and I don't want to risk losing hammers. We see that Orc army is no longer here. Maybe they've fallen back. I don't think there was a major battle yet, so I'll try and sniff it with my scout. We are still patrolling here, mainly defending the Groming Reserve. We are also patrolling finally Ivor Markdown. This should be a nice bump of income above 100 now. Continue recruitment of crossbow basically everywhere, just like miners underground. Yeah, that's that here. We have noticed the interesting development that Nehekhara has attacked the Dark Elves. And well, I really do frown upon sorry 2v1ing people early in the game, like first year. We are moving to middle game, mid game, early mid game. It's gonna be turn 20 basically when I attack, and I feel less bad about it. Besides, I was playing the attack before they attacked Dark Elf, so it's not like I'm gonna pull back. But normally I do frown upon 2v1s very much, and that's what also happened in this game, where Itza and Bretonnia have attacked and kind of squished to the by this point orcs, the black Crag. Are they black Crag? Yeah, black Crag. So poor Chazzy playing black Crag didn't get too much. I really do frown upon it. Like, he's been attacked like before year 1 by 2 nations that have overtuned cavalry. And why do I say overtuned? Let's take a look at Bretonnia again, right? Grail Knights, plate armor, 32 resources. That's a problem, in my opinion, the main problem. Even his regular cav costs more resources than these guys. And they have magic weapon built in. I don't know what's up with that. Are they like... No, they still have plate armor. They have better... I mean, they just have more strength. I think they could use maybe small, like, considering that Knights of Avalon are like 120 gold, if I remember correctly. I think these guys could definitely use both more gold and more resources. And Bretonnia gets to cheat some of them through Duke, so it's really hard to balance Sacred Cav, to be fair. So I absolutely don't have it against Sombre, but I think for current Dominion 6 standards, with the changes of mounts, probably every heavy cav for every nation, it's not just Bretonnia, but Chaos 2 might be a little bit overtuned, mainly via cost, like 150, like 80 for these. These guys are more expensive actually than Bretonnia and cost shitload of resources, so I don't hold it against Chaos Knights nearly as much as for Bretonnias. The other nation that has absolutely very tuned cav are the Lizardmen of Sabrys cav. There are a couple things that are happening with those. So first of all, in Dominions 5 they were size 4, if I'm not mistaken, of course, but I'm pretty sure they were size 4. So compared to now they fit 2 per tile. This is huge deal. It's 4 attacks per guys. It's 8 attacks per tile. Just choose through anything that's not like very heavily armored incredibly quickly. It harasses down defense. The defense is not really a stat that will protect you from those. They will harass you down instantly. And yeah, they just clear tiles like that. And orcs definitely, I can see orcs just disappearing at the whole square at once when 2 of these guys hit their tile. So yeah, very durable as well. They have good natural protection, and that's the problem. 8 resources. I think they took like sloth 3. Itza, or maybe it's sloth 2. But yeah, they can basically go full sloth and still get like 20, 30 of these guys. So that's pretty crazy. I think they could use both. I wouldn't want maybe the size increase, because that would be ginormous nerf. They're pretty cool as they are. After all, they're not that huge, right? I'm not sure how big cold ones actually are compared to horses, and that would also affect Dark Elves, which actually pay massive resource cost for their cold ones. So yeah, sure, they're better protected for sure, you know, especially because they're natural protection wall. But 59 versus 8, I think it's okay for Dark Elves to have something like this, especially again it costs 75 gold compared to this. This is not okay. Too cheap, too little resources, in my opinion. I can't tell you exact numbers what I would change it to, but I don't want to say double resources. Maybe double resources even. Gold cost probably 50 would be okay. But yeah, definitely resources are the main thing. If you go so hard sloth, you shouldn't be getting like 20 freaking units that are very high quality. That's why he expanded so well, and yeah. I don't want to talking much about balance because that means it's not balanced game. But I think some things are such an outliers that are worth mentioning out, right? Cool. Wow, I kind of drifted away with my thoughts. Was there anything else I want to talk about? I don't think so. Oh, last thing. First Rune Lord is out, and oh, fuck. Of course, he's old. So the problem with that is he rolled double fire, which is awesome. But the max age of 413 goes down to 389. Plus minus, of course, because they start with random number. It's not 400. What was it again? Sorry, 413 every time, and there's random value to it. I think my wish is that Sombre increases max age for Rune Lords enough that this doesn't happen, because paying fucking 600 gold for a mage that's old, slow to recruit mage that's old, it's not fun. Okay, he's still usable, and thankfully we do have priestesses that will keep him alive. It's not like he's gonna die, but it affects his map move. That's a big deal. It affects his fatigue and stuff like that. I don't think this should happen. Just let him have at least like 2 years. Again, like majority of Rune Lords I'll be getting will not be old, because again it's because of Fire Free, which is super useful. But yeah, I just wish this didn't happen. Huge problem for map move. Yeah, 12 here. It doesn't matter. But even if I give him lighter armor, he cannot move 2 at once. Shouldn't matter for this war. Will be carried by priestesses healing him up, so it's okay in the long run. Again, it's not as big of a deal if I didn't have healers. That would be horrible. He's basically doomed the next winter comes, and yeah, that's not great. A couple like 10 extra years should be okay, basically. But yeah. That's that. Attacking the throne again. Wish me luck with it, and I'll talk to you next turn.